I can only think of two uses for sets like these. They come in the coin shop all the time. People are left these sets on a regular basis when someone passes away. The initial purchase of these items relies on ignorance, because if anybody really knew what they were, they wouldn't purchase these. So these are the American Mint products. There's other private mints out there that issue stuff like this too. But this is a 1933 St. Gaudens $20 double eagle depiction. It obviously has copy here. You turn it over and it is the $1 million collection. So these are all $1 million or more coins. These are all representations of and recreations to show coins that sold for millions of dollars or over $1 million. And there's several of them here. And as far as the ingots are concerned, there's nothing wrong with them in and of themselves, except they are supposedly layered in 24 karat gold. There's no COA with this, and that's a problem. The COAs typically always get lost. These can be passed around as real gold. They actually test out on the Sigma as real gold. And they do have gold on the outside of them, but you don't know how much, and you'd have to melt it off, and it's probably only 60 cents worth or $1 or less. Who knows? But anyway, the problem I have with these is, first off, they're really, high priced to begin with. And then after that, they'll sell after market a little bit less. Sometimes they'll reduce the prices. But I think a set like this is over on American Mint right now at $99. And we'll talk about that here in a minute. But they're not marked. Each one of these need to be marked, whether they're plated and exactly how much gold. And I think they need to have the gold melt on these, so you know exactly what gold melt these are. Because if they test out, you can weigh them. They aren't going to weigh over an ounce of gold. This would probably be, who knows how many ounces of gold this would be, 5, 10, if it was actually solid gold. But people don't know that, though. There's a lot of people out there that just don't know the difference here. They don't know that these aren't gold, or they don't know they're not worth something. They don't even know if they're by the official United States Mint, like the Philadelphia Mint or the Denver Mint. They don't know that. They see American Mint product or American Mint on it, and they think that's an actual mint, a U.S. mint, which it is, but it's not the government mint. Neither is .gov mint. And that's the problem that I see with these. Now, are they cool? Are they neat looking? They most certainly are, and they depict a lot of things. Now, that's one of the things about these. They have a lot of history to them, and they are interesting. They can teach you some things. That is one of the benefits of these. You can get a copy of something that you can't afford, most people can't afford, and you can look at it, have an example of it, and see what it's about, the history of it. So, as a coin dealer, what do you tell people when they walk into the shop with stuff like this? What do you pay them? I mean, you can go to eBay and try to find out how much they sell for. So this is the problem, and I'm going to show you here. So you go over to the American Mint website, and you see the $1 million collection. They've got it for $99. They're trying to say you're saving $700. Off what price? Whose price? Something you sold it for in the past, or just making something up? Well, these are $800 things. We're going to sell them for $99. Really? You think American Mint or any company is going to give you $700 off on something? Yeah, not a chance. But anyway, if you look over here, one of them sold, looks like for $199. This is the original listing that ended, because it says the listing is ended by the seller because the item no longer available. But it was actually shown in the sold. So it says one sold. So we have one that sold, and that's, did it really? I don't know, best offer accepted or something like that. But anyways, if it did sell for $199, that's double what you can get it for off their website. So that's a little confusing there. A lot of people don't know how to figure out how much something sold for on eBay either. So you see these on all these American Mint sites, and they've charged a certain amount for them, and they come with a COA that tells you what's on them, and you can actually go to the site, American Mint site here I was showing you, and you can check out what they have to offer. But you can also look down through and see the history of these. Well, this is what I think. I think the reverse of these should have this information on it. It should have the actual melt value, so you can learn history, know that how much gold you're actually getting, because it does tell you the weight, but it doesn't tell you pertinent information you really need to know. You don't know how thick the gold layering is. You have no idea of all that. And all this limited edition and all that, it doesn't really make a difference. There's a lot of U.S. mint products you could buy that are that mintage and get a better deal on it. And that's what I would rather people buy. But unfortunately, they're going to buy stuff like this anyways. Now, so like I said, the benefits of something like these sets are going to always be history. You can learn a little bit of history. Are they great investments? Heck no, they're not great investments. What do I pay people for these ingots? When you can't find sold auctions or anything like that, and you can only go to the sites and see what they've sold for. Very rarely do you see these selling for much on eBay or at all. So then you've got to figure out what you're going to pay them if you want to even buy them. I'll tell you this, most dealers are going to pass this stuff up. So then they're out there in limbo. In this town, or any town, you got flea markets. And trust me, you get these things out there on the market, someone gets a hold of these, they're going to start trying to tout them as something rare, something by the mint, and someone's going to get ripped off. And that's another problem with these things. So what are the two advantages of sets like these that I could think of? The only thing that I could really think of is to buy them cheap, display them in your house, so that if someone breaks in your house, they take this first and leave your good stuff alone. I mean, that's really the only thing. Is there any other thing you could use these for besides learning a little bit of history? I mean, there's other ways of learning history besides stuff like this. So it's not the only way to learn history. I prefer people bring out books and real U.S. coins to teach family members history. But this is a way of doing it with something pretty because they are attractive. The thing is, they're just not valuable, and they're not a good investment. So this one's interesting. I learned something new with this one, so I can say there is a benefit to it because I actually learned. But this is the dinar, and like I said, I'm not really great at pronouncing some things, but if you look at the American Mint website, you can see the history of this. It'll show you here, which is the only benefit. Like I said, it's minted in 723 AD. It said this gold dinar is from the Umayyad dynasty, the family of Muhammad, founder of Islam. It recently sold at auction for an incredible $6,029,500. That's some cool history there. So I did learn that. But other than that, I can't recommend these products, and I wanted to put this out there because American Mint is not the United States Mint. .gov Mint is not the United States Mint. Danbury Mint is not the United States Mint. They are a mint in the United States, but that's it. They are a private mint, and people get that so mixed up. These are not mint products, okay? They are their mint products, private mint products. They are not made out of precious metals, which I wish they were, and it was marked. Each one of them was labeled. And I wish that they put the melt, even though they're plated, and put the fact that they're plated on them. That way there's no confusion. There's no confusion what these are. If you want to create things of your own, okay, and you want to sell them, and like I said, I am not the god of everything, okay? I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to be the boss of everybody, and everybody needs to do this. But really, if you want a hobby to continue, and these are part of the numismatic hobby regardless of what anybody wants to say, they're out there, people are collecting them, they are paying money for them. But if you really want to help the hobby, mark each one of these so everybody knows what it is. I have people bring this stuff in all the time. Matter of fact, one of the things they bring in all the time are coins like this and these holders, and they literally think they're actually mint products from the U.S. Mint. People really think that about these. They see sometimes they see the receipts, $89.95, or they'll see the commercial, or they'll see an eBay sold, or see someone trying to sell it for so much, and not that it's sold, and they think that's what it is. I don't know how many people bring it in and are so surprised when I tell them that's not real. It's not worth anything. It's not from the U.S. You can't help that people are not knowledgeable about things like this. There's just too much out there, too many confusing things out there for everybody to know everything. I don't know everything. So I can't expect people to know everything walking in. I can't expect everyone to be the responsible and do your due diligence and a sucker born every minute. We are, if we're part of a community and we're trying to sell, and American Mint makes stuff, they sell things. They sell things to coin collectors or people who would be coin collectors, people who think they're investing. They need to be responsible, and they need to do this correctly so that they're not confusing people. There's just too much of that out there. There's just way too many so-called mints and too much unmarked stuff on the market. And really, you know it deep down in your hearts, people who own these businesses, people who run these businesses, that this stuff here has minimal value. And really, if it's not marked and it's not responsible. So, Thanks for watching my latest video. Please share this video. These videos like this are so important that they need to be shared on social media. They should go viral. There's no reason why this shouldn't go millions of views and put it on TikTok and put it on Instagram and get it out there to people. Share it with every single person you can. Share it on your Facebook walls. It needs to be shared so people know what this stuff is, so that even if they want to buy it, they know they can leave a note to their family members and say, look, I bought this because I liked it. I overpaid for it because I liked it. I just want to let you know, love you. Something like that effect, so people know. So with that, have a great day.